We're going to take a second look at the Wilk XC-8. This is by Lockset. This is the Wilk XC-8, and you've probably seen it in a previous video. I was impressed with this, and it's only been a couple of weeks, and here I'm doing another video on the Wilk XC-8. And there's a reason for that. This is one of the most overlooked tanks in the game of armored warfare. And you'll see this at the end of the film when you see the score. I am very impressed with this tank, and before I just thought, well, you know, that's just another so-so tank. But I was wrong. Now the Locust already has one kill, and he has already taken a lot of damage. One of the funny things about the game is there's one map where the plane lands but doesn't have any landing gear down. I always thought that was funny. Okay, he's got 2 kills, but I want you to pay attention to the points he's racking up here. Don't worry about that black screen up there that says 2384 points. I'm a bad player, so that's what I have so far, not what he has. He has 4 kills. And he only has 654 hit points left. He's going to have to use a rebuild kit pretty soon. Five kills with that. This tank, I always wondered about that indent in there. I guess that was so the soldiers that are in the tank can hit their heads all the time. Of course, I suppose if they had round tops like most tanks, they'd hit their heads as well, so I guess it doesn't really matter. He's got 7 kills. All YouTube channels depend on growth, so please click the subscribe button. Click the like button if you like this video, if it's helped you in any way. Make sure you make a comment on the video, that would really help. And then, please share the video with all your friends on social media. Back to the game. The Wilk is a tier 10 tank, and it's a TD, which means a tank destroyer. It's got wheels. I don't really care for the tanks with wheels, but this one seems to drive pretty good. Of course, maybe he plays this tank all the time and he's just an expert player at it. I don't know for sure. One of the things I always say is 50% of it is the tank, and the other 99% is the commander of the tank. And Lockset sure seems to know what he's doing. Or Locust, excuse me. Now, since they put on a global server and we have Russian tanks and French tanks and those pesky English tanks that run into you and shoot you, and which, by the way, I was shot by a Rosamach today. He told me, he told everybody I was a bot and to report me. And I said, well, I'm reporting the idiot that thinks I'm a bot. So then he shot me. I thought that was kind of funny. That got him a lot of bad publicity. You shouldn't talk about other players. I mean, there was a tank in a game yesterday. He was driving around in circles and going nowhere, and he didn't get any hit points. And I thought he was a bot, and he wasn't. He was having trouble with the game. But instead of restarting the game, he continued with it, and we lost the game over that. And in that game, Capo Vittori and myself, Liga Dante, did very well. So we were a little upset that we lost the game, because that was a lot of points and a lot of money we could have had. Now he's got 10 kills. That thing must have a fast gun on it, because he just keeps shooting everything very quickly. Now at the end of the film, you'll see the end screen where it has the points. Make sure you look at that. 32,154, I think, is what he got, or 134, something like that. It was a lot of points. 32,000 points. I've only done that in 2 games. Now remember, I'm a poor to mediocre player, but I usually get 10,000 points, sometimes 20,000, but to get 32,000 points, that's that is really odd for me to do. But I'm really starting to fall in love with this tank, and I'm wondering why I don't see more in the games, because this tank, even though it's doesn't have the greatest in armor, it's got one hell of a gun on it. He's got 12 kills. The Locust, I commend you. This is one heck of a game for you. And I hope you're able to do that a lot. This is Remmy Meggs. Have a good night.